Once you start playing around with your liquid and powder ratios, you'll start to learn what feels right to you. And honestly, nobody can teach you this. I asked tech after tech, like, well, show me, how do I know? How do I know? And they would be like, practice, practice. And they're not joking. You really do have to practice. So there's one bead of that. Now I'm going to use the odorless to do the glitz and glam. It works a little differently. I could not find a liquid to go with it, so I just kind of have just played with it. And I picked my bead up, and it's clearly already like starting to cure. Well, and you have to work it wet, by the way. And this is, what color is this from the Glitter Effect? Side Effect. This is a mood color, so it changes with cold or hot. And then this is the Glitz and Glam. I think this is a glow-in-the-dark powder. I bought it to play with for Halloween. Uh-oh, there it is. So the Koopa liquid, structure liquid, is pretty good. It just worked with its product and it worked with the Glitz and Glam. I'm impressed. I'm going to say something. Koopa didn't endorse me, but I'm going to start to say that Koopa might have a pretty good product on their hand. I don't know. I mean, try it. I mean, what's the harm in it? Like I said, this came with my nail drill, so it's not like I put out any money for it. So playing around with it is pretty good. Now look at this. Now this bead, now mind you, is still wet, and I can maneuver it anywhere I want to maneuver it. You see it? And then this one is still wet too. I mean, you can't even really touch it. So it works wet, but just know that that's a trait of this Glitz and Glam. So that it's like that. And then this is the Young Nails. I use the C&D on a daily. So the Young Nails hasn't been my favorite all the time, but that's only because I did not know how to work it at first. So I had a hard time. See if I can pick me up a bead. No, I'm getting rid of that one. Let's try it again. I forget, it works a little wetter. Okay. I like the Young Nails. Look at that bead right there. It's perfect. It's a perfect round bead, and it's going to cure. So you see how like this product is just really you. It's the nail tech. It honestly is the nail tech. So that was the Young Nails bead right here. This is the Glitz and Glam, and this is the Koopa. So it's just up to you. Now this one is a white base. This one's clear. I use this to encapsulate things too. So, because the clear works really well. And then the Glitz and Glam, like I said, but I'm not a fan of the Glitz and Glam because it works so wet. So the next one that we're going to do, I'm going to break this off and soak this up because the Young Nails is not odorless and I smell it all in my house. So we're going to, and plus I need it. So I'm going to use the C&D now, and then I'm going to, wait, first let me show you an example of the Jelly, which is Le Chat's with the odorless. Because it seems to be working, the Koopa's odorless seems to be working really well with pretty much everybody's product. Okay, so I picked up a really nice size bead. There it is. And I dropped it. And I'm just showing you, these are all different types of, like all different colors. So there's that bead. Perfect. I'm going to say, get the Koopa. The Koopa. Y'all going to have to start paying me for these endorsements because I'm rocking y'all's endorsement. Man, the Koopa Structure Liquid just worked with the Le Chat and the Glitz and Glam and the Koopa, because I don't have a liquid to those. So I just used the structure for the Koopa and it worked. Now I would never use the C&D with Koopa because I love C&D, but the Koopa works. I love Young Nails. It works well together. It's just what you prefer. Look at this Young Nail. So this Young Nails is completely cured, almost, but I can manipulate it. Let's see what this the chat is still wet, but it always works like that. It gets a really good bead, and you see how shiny they are. That's how you know, like, when you've got it and it's perfect. You're like, dang, it's shiny. You don't see any more of that powder on there. You don't have anything. It's actually turning that color. Okay, so last one is the C&D Retention Plus powder and liquid. So that's the next one. And I'll just pick up one of these pure pink ones because it's pretty good. Okay. I've got a really nice size bead. It's really shiny. This is how you know I know how to work with it. Look at it. It's absolutely perfect. I play with it so much. I can put it down anywhere. And this is just going to show you that, like, it's all in the practice. You have to practice. There's no way around this. There's no way around this. Now, look at these different beads. Here is the C&D Pure Pink with the C&D monomer and liquid and powder. This is the Young Nails with the Young Nails clear with the Young Nails powder and liquid. This is the Koopa with the Lachat. Here, this is the Koopa with the Koopa powder. And both of these are the Glitz and Glam with the Koopa. So we've established that the Koopa Structure liquid works with so many different brands, but the C&D we use with its own brand, and the Young Nails we use its own brand, and the Koopa we use its own brand. So just look at the different, but I just wanted to show you the different colors that I work with. Clear bead, rose pink bead. This is a peach bead. This is a Glitz and Glam glow in the dark bead, a Glitz and Glam turquoise bead, and a Koopa white bead. So these are all the different types of beads. And once they cure, you can literally, if you know what you're doing, like there's one, it's not all the way cured. It's off of there, or it can be picked off of there, or you can just pull it up. But I mean, these beads are pretty close to perfect. The Glitz and Glam can still be manipulated a little bit, which is crazy because it should be all the way cured. But like I said, it works wetter. So if you're going to work with the Glitz and Glam, you need to have some time on your hands. Plus, watch your temperature. If it gets too hot in the space you're in, you'll run all over the place. You need to be at like a perfect temperature. So you have to decide what that is for you. So now that we reviewed the C&D, the Lachat, the Young Nails, the Glitz and Glam, and the Koopa, you go out and just try different brands and see what works for you. As an up-and-coming nail tech, you won't know unless you try, and it becomes so expensive. But the shows really do provide like a little break. Like I think this was 4 in a pack for 40 or something, or 30. These are pretty reasonable in the stores. I mean, this together shouldn't run you $50, $60. This together shouldn't run you $30, $40. These were like $10 a piece, I think, at my local nail store. And the Koopa came in the kit with the drill. So you have to decide what works for you, from nail forms to nail tips to acrylics, and play with your liquids. Practice. It really does take practice, because look at these beads. I mean, I could not create these beads when I first started to save my life. They would run all over the place. There's no way they'd be on here perfect like this with like just perfect beads, but it doesn't happen like that every day. And that's the thing you have to learn. Sometimes these beads won't be perfect, and they'll run, and you have to learn how to correct yourself or wipe that product away. Wipe it away. Just take it off, get some liquid on your brush, and take that product off of there. Just wipe it off and then get it off of your brush. And this is a light tap, by the way. It's not like a long thing. So you just have to learn how to work with it. Like I said, this is a number 8 Koopa brush. Koopa, call me. I mean, you have got to call me. I mean, I'm using all your products. I love them. Buy the Koopa number 8 student brush. This brush is probably perfect. You can move up in sizes as you learn, or learn with those sizes, whatever works for you. But I would say for me, using a smaller brush like a number 8 really helped me. So now that we've reviewed all of this, we're going to go on to what our next episode will be about. Our next episode next week will be posted. We will be with bringing in Content Bateman. She is also a student of the nail school that I went to and graduated with me. And she's in her own thriving nail shop here in Memphis, Tennessee, and we will be doing together preparing for the state board. Every nail student needs this video that's coming up. We will prepare for the state board right here. She and I will do 2 separate videos. The first video will be of us showing you how to prep for the state board, and then the second video will be of us actually doing the service so you can see what you have to do for the state board. She and I both scored in the 90s. I think she scored a 98, a 99, somewhere around there. And I think I got a 96, 97. I can't even remember, 98, somewhere like that. I can't even remember. And it wasn't even that long ago. But either way, we both scored in the 90s. So we want to sit down and show you guys what we did, because we helped each other prep. It's important for you to have somebody that you can talk to and play with and experiment on, and Content is that person for me. So she's Content Nails and Handbags in Memphis, Tennessee, on Instagram. And she has a thriving nail business. And we cannot wait to see you next week on another episode with Curly Girl Nails, where we prepare for the state board. Every nail student should want to watch this video. See you next time.